There are several methods available to move or transfer computer files and folders from one level or source to another source or another location. And if you want to have the normal operation of moving files and folders, that is directories, on our computer system, then I have a video in the link. Check out the description below and watch this video after watching this current one. Now in this particular video, I want to show you how to permanently move files and folders in the computer system, and I'm going to showcase to you 5 methods, in fact 5 different ways you can move permanently files and folders on your computer system. And I'll urge you to stick around to the end of this video, because the last method is going to amaze you, because I'm going to introduce you to a simple and free software on your computer system, and that is going to help you to move files and folders. So without any further ado, let's dive in and explore these methods. I have my computer set up and this is my Windows interface, and I have so many items available which are called desktop icons. I have some folders and I have some individual files which are created. Now I want to move these items from this section or this current location, which is the desktop location, to a different location, and I'm going to utilize a particular utility on the Windows interface, which is the File Explorer. Therefore I'm going to hold the Windows key and the letter E, and also alternatively you can move to your taskbar and click on this icon, which is the File Explorer. But because I am conversant with the keyboard shortcut, I'm going to hold the Windows key and the letter E. Now this provides me with this beautiful window, which is the File Explorer window, and also I have an overview tutorial on this particular utility. I also drop that link in the description below. Now in this beautiful window we have this section called the navigation pane, and I'm going to move these files on the desktop. These items are located on the desktop. I'm going to move them into the pictures folder. So these are the current items in this pictures directory or pictures location. So the first method of moving file or a folder permanently into a different location is to use a keyboard shortcut. So if I select this particular item and I want to move this into this location, I'm going to select this and hold the control key and the letter X. This cuts this item temporarily into the clipboard of the Windows interface. Therefore I'm going to move to this location, click to make this active, and I'm going to hold Ctrl+V on the keyboard. So presently you can see that I have moved this item, which is an Excel file, from the desktop location into the pictures location. So this is the first method to permanently move a file or a folder. I can also apply this to a folder. This is a folder. Select, Ctrl X, select, Ctrl V, and as you can see from the illustration, I have permanently moved these items into this current location using a keyboard shortcut. Now the second method is to use the right menu context or the right mouse button to display a context menu. So if I want to move this item into this location, I'm going to select this item, right click, and then in these options we have the cut command. Now this also cuts this temporarily into the clipboard, and then we are going to move to our current location, which is the pictures location. I'm going to select, right click, and then in these options I'm going to choose paste. So you can see that I have permanently moved this item from the desktop to the pictures location. So you can apply this to a folder as well. And sometimes you want to move multiple items, then you select the item, hold down the control key, select the next item, then you right click and choose the cut option, or you can use the Ctrl+X on the keyboard and then you move it into this particular location. So if I choose cut, select this, right click and choose paste. You can also move to this home tab, and then in the clipboard group you have the paste command, and when you click, this is also going to paste this item or these items into this particular location. I'm going to undo by holding Ctrl+Z on the keyboard. So that is our second method. Now let's move to the third method, which is also about utilizing the right mouse button. This time around, when you select the item by left clicking, you right click without releasing the mouse and drag it into the location you want to move this particular item. And when you release, you're going to have this context menu, and we have the option to move here. And when you do so, this item is moved permanently into this current location. So this is the third method, and as I said, you can apply it to multiple items, a folder, or a single file. Now the fourth method is to utilize this particular window, which is the File Explorer, and as I said, I have a tutorial about this app, and I'm going to leave the link of this video in the description below, so you can check it out after watching this video. Now in this window, let's assume I want to move this particular item, which is an Excel file, from the pictures location into the downloads location. Then in this window, we can also utilize this particular option. So what we are going to do is to select this item, then we move to this particular home tab, and then we have the organized group, and in this organized group we have the option to move this particular selected item. So if I choose this drop down arrow, we are going to have all these options, which are going to display created directories on this computer system. Therefore, you can move it to any of these directories. You have the option to select any of these folders that you see here. You can also go further by choosing a different location. So when you scroll down, we have other locations here, and you can select choose location, or you can move to any of these items that we have here. I'm going to choose a location, and then you have this move items dialog box. So you can select from desktop or document or downloads, and as you select any of these items or locations, you might have 8 subdirectories created in them. So if I choose download and click move, what happens here is that this Excel file has been moved from this pictures location into the downloads location. So if I get into the downloads location, I have this item displayed here, which is the Excel file. So sometimes you can also use the File Explorer to utilize the cut and paste option or the move option to permanently change the location of your items. So this is also the fourth method I want to showcase to you. Now, as I said and promised in this particular video, I said you should stick to the end of this video, because I'm going to utilize a simple and free software which can also be used to move our items or our folders in and out from different locations. So the software we are going to talk about is the command prompt, and if you want to learn more about command prompt, I also drop a video in the description below, and also I have other channels that showcase this particular content about command prompt, and I'm going to leave that particular link also in the description below. Check it out and watch more videos about command prompt and have a better control over this software. So what you are going to do is to close this window, and I'm going to open command prompt on my Windows interface. So I'll move to my taskbar, click in the search box, and I'm going to type CMD. Because I normally work with this software, I have it displayed in the top apps option, and I can click on it. But when you search CMD, you have the pop-up here, and that is going to be the best match. So I'm going to click on it to open this specialized software. So this is the look like window of the command prompt window, and when you move to this interface, it's very complicated because it's a command line interface. So you need to understand this software and know how to input commands, and as I said, a lot of tutorials on my second channel is going to showcase you more about this software. So in this line of path, we have this bossman being the name of this computer system as the current location, and I and I want to divert this location to the desktop so that we can get access to these items that we have here, which is the access file and this particular folder. So I'm going to type a command, which is the cd command, that stands for change directory. Then I'm going to press the space bar and type the letter D, and I'm going to use a key on the keyboard known as the tab key, and this tab key will allow me to navigate through different locations or directories that starts with the letter D. So you can see that I have downloads, desktop, document, downloads, desktop, document. So if I have this as the location and that is what I want to utilize, I'm going to press the enter key on the keyboard. Now this serves as my current location, and I'm going to have access to these items that we have on the desktop. So how can we utilize the permanent way of moving items? Let's assume I want to move this into this folder. What I'm going to do is to type a command known as the move command. Then I'm going to press the space bar. Now in this case, because this is a file, this particular item is a file, what you are going to do is you make sure that you have the extension of this file. Therefore, I'm going to illustrate the process by activating the extension of a particular file. So I'll click on this file explorer. Then on the menu bar, I'm going to click on the view tab, and I'm going to choose file name extensions. And now you can see that aside this file name, we have accdb as the extension of this particular file. Therefore, I can uncheck because now I know that it's accdb. So anytime you want to deal with files, you need to know the extension, because that is what the command line interface is going to briefly understand when it comes to the inputting of the commands. So the file name is trial 4, and because there's a space between the trial and the number 4, I'll put a quotation mark. So I have the trial 4 with the extension accdb, and that is placed in the quotation mark because there are spaces between the file name. Then I'm going to press the space bar, and then now I'm going to type the name of this folder. Now check out this line of path or this command, and also look at what is going to happen on the desktop. So if I hit the enter key, now when you check out what is happening here, we have an output information that says the syntax of the command is incorrect. This means that when you check out this particular name that we have here is new folder, there is also a space between these items. Therefore, we need to place a quotation mark around this particular name, which is the folder name. So to get back to this command, I'm going to use the up arrow key on the keyboard. Then I'm going to place a quotation mark around this new folder. Now when I hit the enter key, it says one file moved. So when I move back to the desktop, you can see that I have moved the file into this particular folder. So this is also another way of moving an item from one location to another, but in this case I did this directly on the desktop background. If you want to move this item into a different location, then you have to go to the file explorer, then you select the location. Then we have this section, which is the file path of this particular location, and when you select, you move to the command prompt. That is, you copy and move to the command prompt, and then when you type your move command with the file name from the desktop, then you paste the location and hit the enter key, and that is going to move your item into that particular location. And as I said, I don't want to extend this particular video explaining this particular way of moving item within this software. I have a video in the description below, and also a channel, that is my second channel, that explain much about this specialized software. Get to the link, get access to the channel, and watch more videos, and also be a subscriber, because you'll be receiving notification on new content about this specialized software. I hope this video has been of helpful. Please like, share, drop your comment as well, because that makes me what my consumers, that is my subscribers and viewers, need on this particular channel. Thank you, be blessed, and also be positive, and let's always keep learning. Thank you, and see you in the next tutorial. tutorials.